never gonna back down. She ready, ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready, ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating.
And hello, my love muffins. It's Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition. And guys, I'm here with a pick a card reading. I really felt guided to do this particular kind of reading. This is going to be a message from your higher self. Your higher self really wants to communicate with you, really wants to pass some information, and lo and behold, here we are. Okay, guys, so listen, any information on how to reach me you can find in the description box. You can also find the where you can pick your choices. I'll put that in the description box and also in the comment section. So just to let you know, we all know how these pick a card readings go. It is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, it's totally fine. There are so many beautiful souls that are sharing their gifts. You're going to find someone who picks up on your energy, okay? So, guys, how I'm going to do this pick a card reading is I'm going to bring out 4 objects for you to choose from. And then once we do that, I already have some cards that I picked, but also I have some decks that we're going to actually be shuffling and pulling in the now or when you're viewing this together. But also I have a channeled message that I got intuitively from your higher self to you, okay? So I know that's a lot, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and bring out the 4 objects that you can pick from. All right, my love, so here we go. Here are the 4 objects, guys. I literally had to go grab my tiger's eye because your higher self really wants to communicate with you. And I feel like in any of these groups, there is a message that your higher self truly wants to get to you. All right, it's probably even more confirmation. It just really wants to make you aware. All I know is that like the anxiety, all of like the butterflies in my stomach, like, oh my God, it was intense. So here are your 4 options, guys, to choose from. So for pick number 1, I have the swan right here, okay? The swan. And then pick number 2, I have this blue heart right here. And then pick number 3, I have the mirror. And pick number 4, I have the law of attraction planner. So what I want you to do, guys, is I want you to pause this video, take some time to take a deep breath in all the way through your belly, through your nose, and release it through your mouth, okay? And I just want you to just ask your higher self, what is it? What would you like me to know right now in this moment, in this time? What do you need me to know? What message do you have for me, okay? And another way, guys, I love to tap in the middle of my eyebrows and just to awaken my third eye. Breathe in deep and also tap. And then I close my eyes, and whatever, you know, when I open them, whichever one is really standing out to me, that's the one I go with, okay? So I want you to pause this video, make your decision, but I'm going to go ahead and get started right here with pick number 1, the swan. So this is going to be what your higher self would like to say to you. And all right, my love muffins, I know that we switched places. It's just that, guys, I broke my ring light. I'm waiting for another one to come, and I'm on borrowed time, and that light was just aggravating me in the kitchen, so I wanted to come and use some natural light. So my pick number 1s, all of you beautiful souls that picked the swan, how we're going to do this is I'm going to start off by reading your channeled message that I got from the divine and your higher self. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right into your oracle. Then I'm going to bring out the other cards, and then we're going to actually pull your tarot together and just see what message that your higher self really wants you to know right now. Now, the first thing that I do want to say, just on an energetic level, my number 1s that picked the swan, I really feel like right now, in this moment, or you're going to be coming into some, I want to say life-changing change. And I feel like these changes that are going to be happening in your life, happening within yourself, is all about right here, your crown chakra. And this is the enlightenment crown. Okay. So I feel like there's something that's about to shift in your life, that is truly in alignment with your truth, in alignment with who you are. This can come just on your, for some of you, your spiritual journey, but also your beliefs surrounding love, surrounding careers, some kind of major change, and even yourself. Okay. And we know that these changes that are coming, my number ones, these are good changes. Okay. It might feel uncomfortable. There might be some work that you have to do on a spiritual level energetically to really prepare yourself for these great things and these changes that are coming in. Because one of the things that I did see, you know how like you have to make room for the new. And that's why I feel like there's some kind of cleansing that you're going through on a spiritual level. You know that you're in alignment right now. No matter what is unfolding, my number ones, what kind of change you're facing, I just say face it wholeheartedly, face it courageously, because it is really placing you and putting you in alignment with your highest truth, the highest things that are meant for you. As far as with these changes that are happening in your life, with your crown chakra, I really feel like working with your crown chakra is really going to help you master or overcome or really succeed in these changes that you're, or these steps that you're going to be making or you're taking. Okay. So on your channeled message, you were the only group that got a number pattern, and that number pattern is 444. So 444, you can go look up and just see what that angel number entitles or what that number means. But I feel like, you know, there is a lot of activity around you. A lot of things are about to change, my number ones, for the better. And when I say this, I mean like somebody is coming into like again, enlightenment, you know, and alignment with your truth. I feel like there's some work that you've put into yourself. There's some things that you're being asked to give up, that you're moving past, that you're pushing past. And Spirit just wants you to know that you're on the right track. You're in the right place. So just keep going. So your message that I got from your higher self to you, my love, was the passage to your passions is the path of forgiveness. First within yourself, and then within others. For it will all work out. Be gentle with yourself. So that is what your higher self wants you to know, my number one. So off the bat, just with that, you are clearing a lot of, you know, things that you have outgrown. You know, you're really, I feel like on a spiritual level, you're vibing up, and you're moving away from things that don't serve you, connection, people, making space within your heart just to really receive the gifts that have your name on it. And honestly, I know this is a general reading, but I'm just feeling all around the board for my pick number ones. This is like in love. This is in career. This is just within yourself. It's so funny you picked this swan, because we know that like the ugly duckling, you know, that transform, that you had some mishaps, and you've been hurt, and you've had some heavy things that happen to you. And for some of you, it's in love. For some of you, it's in career, in your family, just in yourself. But I just feel like you're in this stage and in this point in your life where you're really defining yourself, really defining what matters to you, and you're going after that. And I feel like there's something, what's coming up next for you, my number ones, is forgiveness. Okay, whoever has hurt you, or whatever, you know, past relationships or past things that keep you in a place of questioning or uncertainty, I'm just hearing, go ahead and release this, because listen, honey, what is for you will never miss you. And you have to know that, my pick number ones. And I feel like whatever lessons and karma that you learned and you went through and you experienced, it was well worth it. Okay, because what is coming in, your higher self really wants you to get excited about what is coming in. listen, it's well worth it. If that relationship didn't work out, if that career didn't work out, whatever happened that, is still heavy on your heart that you're being asked to push through and forgive, listen, it's well worth it, okay? Because what is here and what is coming, honey, okay? So I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to go ahead and get into your oracle cards. And the first card that we have is I remain in balance with my emotions. So that's something that your higher self wants you to know. By you really clearing, by you really forgiving, releasing, and really working with your crown chakra spirituality, this is really going to help you keep your emotions in balance. Okay, because I feel like there could be a little conflict within yourself, but I feel like by you doing the work that's required, or whatever work you're doing on a spiritual level, it's really going to bring some things in the tangible sense. Like if you've been working towards love, manifesting, like if you've been working manifesting your dream career, like listen, keep doing what you're doing. Also, Spirit is your higher self is saying pay attention to your thoughts, okay? Because we know thoughts become things, and the more that you ponder on certain things, the more that it guides your emotions, and it'll choose the path that you're going to walk down. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like there could be a little when it comes to your heart and your mind, because this is what this card is all about. Your heart and your mind, because it talks about the ancient Egyptians consider the heart to be the most sacred organ, as this conscious center of emotion and memory was taught to be the key that unlocks the door to heaven on earth and the afterlife. So what I'm hearing from your higher self is it's very important that you pay attention to your emotions, how you feel. Certain things are coming up so you can release them, So if you're randomly thinking about an ex, you're randomly thinking about something from your childhood, you're randomly thinking about a belief or, your self-worth, whatever that is, my loves, your higher self wants you to know these emotions are coming up, so you not to push them down, not to run away from them, not to irritate you, but so you can work through them. All right. So you can really be acceptable to the gift and the prize that is here with your name on it. Okay, because I feel like there's a little bit of contrast. If you still have a little pain from past love, it's kind of going to dictate how you look at your future relationships. You get what I'm saying? So that was just an example, but you can apply that example to anything. Is what your higher self wants you to know. And we have the yin and the yang, and we see that's the feminine and the masculine energy. The feminine energy is more so of the mystic, of your emotions, okay, of that caring side of you. And the masculine is more of the tangible, 3D work, your career, strength, all of this. I feel like this is what you're bringing into balance, baby. And that's what it's all about. That's enlightenment. That's alignment. When, you are in alignment with yourself. So you're balancing that out within yourself, my love. And that is going to show up in the tangible. So that's what your higher self wants you to know. Like Spirit sees the work, the effort, and the things that you have been doing to really stand in your truth. This blue is sticking out to me. It's going to be well worth it, okay? So this card also talks about remaining in balance with emotions can be a challenge. Okay, so I know that what you're being asked to forgive, to move away from, to let go of, my number ones, and even how you see yourself, because you're the swan. You're no longer the ugly duckling. You're no longer the underdog. Like, you don't have to hold on to those vibrations, because that's no longer who you are. Okay, so it says the head and the heart at times can be. As I'm saying this, guys, I got to drink some water, honey, because my throat chakra. Woo. Oh my God. Yeah. So now I see like why I was nervous in the beginning. My number ones, I feel like there's something that you are having to forgive and move past. And maybe it's very uncomfortable. Maybe it's hard. For some of you, I feel like this is in love, but also just in your childhood or just some belief something that you're being asked to put behind you and really let go, that I feel like it's really throwing your emotions out of balance. Okay, and spirit and your higher self just really wants to make you aware of that, because you're manifesting something amazing. Okay, and maybe sometimes we have that tug on our heart and our mind, do we, honor your heart above all. That's what I feel like. That's your truest path to enlightenment and to alignment. My pick number one is to honor your heart, is what I'm hearing. Okay, honor your heart, and whatever emotions are coming up, allow these emotions or these situations to come up so they can be purged. Because what your higher self wants you to know is that you are making room for all of the beautiful thing, all of the work that you have put in the spiritual realm and into yourself to manifest tangibly in the physical. Okay, so whatever change you're looking at, whatever, be it yourself, your living arrangements, my number ones, in your relationship, career, it does not matter. Just know that these things are happening for the better, so you can really create a life and have the things that you desire. Okay, that's what your higher self wants you to know. Let's go ahead to your next oracle. We have forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness, and this is a sign of surrender. Whatever is hard for you right now, my number ones, I'm just hearing, just surrender it. Just surrender it. Easy peasy, going with the flow. Okay, it is what I'm seeing for you. But let's go ahead and read this card. I absolutely love this deck right here. It's from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. So it says forgiveness, the sunset glow. As the sun sinks behind the horizon and the reds and oranges turns into lavenders and deep purples of the ensuring night, the day is complete. And again, with purple there, crown chakra. All right, spiritual. Listen, there's some work that you have put in the spiritual realm that it is done, it is complete, it is finished. Believe it, feel it. You can move forward. Okay, so it says, as each star emerges into the velvet's no, I'm so sorry guys, the day is complete. The sunset signifies that a new cycle has begun. As each star emerges into the velvet sky, we enter a realm of the dark unknown, where magic, even the mysteries of life itself, seems to shimmer above us. To be regretting that the day is done is to miss the glory of the starry heavens above. So I feel like it's very important that you don't live in the past, but be present for this moment. Okay, be in this moment is what I'm hearing. And for some of you, not all, but not even in the future, be present in this moment, because how in this moment is how you create the future. This is how you do it. So even if in a relationship, be present in this moment. If it's a new connection, be present in this moment. If it's career, if it's your self-love journey, whatever it is, be present in this moment. Be present in what's going on. Okay, because depending on that is really going to allow your emotions to be balanced and you to really flourish on that higher frequency, guys, that is ultimately manifesting, the desires of your hearts. But it says the sacred landscape wants you to know it is human to want to hold on to the past, our memories, experiences, and relationships. However, there can be times when we are carrying so much of the past that we can't fully see the present. The past doesn't need to equal the future. Just because you have a pattern or a reoccurring challenge in the past doesn't mean that it needs to recur in the future. And in this present moment, by forgiveness is how you change that cycle, is what your higher self wants you to know. The key is to be willing and ready to simplify and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has on you. The past is gone, and it's okay to let it go. The way to do that is to fully immerse yourself in the here and now. Be super aware of the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and energy of your present. When you do this, the past simply vanish, and the glory of the present emerges. Okay, so that's what your higher self wants you to know, and this is when you can come into the shock of the new wave. I feel like there's a transformation happening within yourself. My pick number ones, that is really going to spill beautifully outside of your inside your life. And I feel like these changes that are happening, it's very unique and it's very in alignment with you. Be it a person, a random person that you meet, and the chemistry's there, but maybe you have the haunting of the past behind you. Maybe what happened in this, with the virus and everything that's going on, it made you reevaluate as far as what it is that you want when it comes to career, what it is that you want when it comes to your life. Your higher self wants you to know that nothing just happens. All of these things are really getting you here with a shock of the new. Okay, and it says, what wow unconventional voice is calling to you? Can you hear it? It is so different and so unusual. It's time for you just to really do these things so you can get what is truly meant for you and what's truly a vibration of you. Don't be nervous if the rumble of change turns into a mighty roar that rocks boats, bursts forth a novel ideas, and changes things in a way that is out of your control. This is life happening. Free fall into it. The oracle of the shock of the new comes to you saying the old way is on its way out. You are being invited, dragged, nourished, okay, into the new, meaning this is going to happen. This is going to happen regardless, my love muffin. So Spirit wants you to prepare yourself. You can handle it. This oracle brings you guidance. There's something new. There's some project. There's something unconventional. It could be in a relationship within yourself that's coming your way. And your higher self just wants you to go with the flow is what I'm seeing, my pick number ones. And right here, your other cards, we have flow. Okay, we have flow. We have creativity. We have, and this is all about simplicity. You get what I'm saying? Keep it simple. Allow things to naturally unfold. Also, what I'm seeing with allow here, don't fight these changes or this path that you're going on or these new connections and these new things that are happening in your life. Pick number one, because this is destined. Okay? It's just easy for you just to flow. Allow this to happen. Flow, going with the flow, allow, release the resistance is what I'm hearing. And this is how you create what it is that you want. It's going to happen naturally. Okay. So let's go ahead together and pull your tarot and just to see what does your higher self want you to know. Okay. What does your higher self want you to know? Okay. Ooh, the Two of Cups. I knew it. I felt this. Somebody, like, this is like, I really feel like a relationship. You're being blessed with like a match made in heaven. Everything is equal. The love is equal. So if you met a person and whether you know this person for a while, but like the chemistry is just the bomb, it's just practically what you've wanted. You're a little nervous about opening up to this, guys. Spirit is saying, listen, Spirit is bringing you your partner. I feel like you are going to build with this person. Okay. I am feeling that, guys. You're going to build with this person. You know what? For my pick number ones, I think this week I'm going to do like, what's your next relationship? And I hope I pick up this energy again because you are getting a match made in heaven. And I feel like this is like your gift from just all of the effort and all the love that you've put into yourself. That's why someone just needs to forgive the past relationships. Don't wonder why it didn't work out with Bobo and the Fool. Leave Bobo and the Fool, leave their ass down the road. That's not what you want, because what is coming in is someone that it is equal, who's going to spoil you, who's going to love you, male or female. Don't wonder why it didn't work out with Shakana. Okay, like, no, you have somebody that is really up to your standard. For some of you, you know this person, you have an inkling. You get what I'm saying? You have an inkling right here. And then also, guys, if it's not relating to love, but more so just about your life and where your career, you're going to get something that is really going to, you see all these hearts and these Two of Cups here? Come on. Yes. I love it really quick, but I want to do something, guys, because I love this deck. And and you know how they talk about things, I just want to read the Two of Cups. It says a partnership or union. This could be a union within yourself. For some of you guys, this is the way to get the partnership, or just a union. It's some kind of partnership. You're coming into union and it's unconventional. Maybe this love, or maybe this opportunity, maybe this career, maybe it's something that you're passionate about. It's just coming out of the woodworks, you know. It's just so random, but it's not. You put in the work for this, is what your higher self wants you to know. It says the Two of Cups represents the sweetness of sharing yourself with someone else. It is a commitment, no matter how big or small. It seems our culture has a high standard of devotion. Like, if you are not signed on for the forever relationship, the connection is less valuable. No matter what, when you open yourself and your life to someone else, this is a deep commitment, because you can't assure yourself. Letting someone in is a vulnerable position. This card represents that tender openness of inviting another person into your life. So listen, no matter what's coming in, you know, this person holds significant weight in your life, and they're here to really help you enjoy and open up no matter what. This is going to be a fun relationship. This is a relationship that you were destined to be with. Whether it's not your forever, I feel like this is going to be somebody that is really, you're going to enjoy. You're really going to enjoy. You're really going to open up. You're really going to love them. I feel all that. You get what I'm saying? But this is a general reading. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like this, for you, I know this is not a love reading, guys, but yourself wants you to know, have fun with this connection. You ever notice like why shit doesn't work out? Like, this could literally be the one forever, quote unquote. However, we go in there looking at it forever, instead of just like, let me enjoy this person. Let me have fun with this person. And when you like take all of that suspense off of it and just say, let me have fun, this is when you're open to be yourself, your weird little unconventional self. Be yourself in all aspects of your life. Okay, my number one. So let's go ahead and just see what personal care your self wants you to know. This is beautiful, guys. Ooh, giving me all the vibes. Yes. Okay, it says spend time with animals. And even in nature, this is what I feel like. And also, one of the things that came up for you guys was with the fairies. I seen that. Okay. You know, watch for the fairies, and I feel like watch for the magic, you know, but it says spend time with animals. And I'm also seeing this as nature, you know. And also, when I see, this is crazy because I'm literally like drinking my like lemon water right here. And as I was saying that, like, the more that you vibe up, somebody's higher self wants you to know that ultimately it's your decision whether you want to leave meat alone. But I see like you making a decision to do that is really going to pay off and really help you push past these emotions. There's no wrong or right way. Okay. All right, my love. So I'm going to go ahead and go to pile number 2 and pick number 2. It was such an honor to read for the beautiful soul who picked number 1. You got this. I love you guys. Take care. All right, my number 2s, all of my beautiful love muffins that picked this heartstone right here. Okay, here is what your higher self wants to say to you. This is a message that your higher self wants to give you. So before we actually jump into your oracle, then I'm going to bring some additional cards out, and then we're going to pull your tarot and just your personal I want to say personal health message from your higher self together. We're actually going to pull that together. But before I get started, I do want to go ahead and read your intuitive channeled message that I got right here, my number 2s. But before, everyone that picked this stone here, okay, I really feel like there is a lot of things that are unfolding. My pick number 2s or that are going to be unfolding, and it's really going to activate the heart chakra. Okay, really going to hit home in your heart. And I feel like I want to say these changes. Maybe we're all experiencing some change, but I feel like these changes that are happening are going to be happening in your life. What your higher self wants to know is that it's really going to penetrate in your heart chakra. And even though it's going to show up in your heart, it's really stemming from your root. Okay, your root chakra. And so I feel like it's very important that you stay grounded, my number twos, but also any work that you put towards your root chakra. I feel like there is a foundation is changing. You know, like transformation, like a butterfly. It's not like a change like you're moving around like a couple of house pillows or something like that. No, but the changes that you are embarking on, my number twos, is kind of like when a caterpillar goes into the cocoon. It completely disintegrates and mushes up into like this jelly form. It's no longer a caterpillar. It's not, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like liquid gushy stuff. So when it comes back out, it's completely different, a beautiful butterfly. And I feel like this is the kind of transformation, the change that you're going through. And it's all stemming from your root chakra, your foundation, which houses our relationships, our belief system, how we view things, how we see things. So your higher self just wants you to know that these changes that are happening, my pick number two, listen, it's happening for the better, okay? It's meant to happen. I know it may be uncomfortable. I know it may leave you a little puzzled, like, or, you know, it might be a little scary because it's new, but just know that it's meant to happen. So the channeled message that I got, it says, my pick number two is your higher self would like to say to you, to breathe is to be at one. You're not going to mess things up. Be gentle with yourself. All will work itself out. Okay. And as I was saying that, it took me like freaking 5 takes to like just read that little message. And I feel like maybe there's some things that you know, you're critiquing yourself about, maybe some things that you're going over in your mind that you could have did better, you could have did different. Listen. And honestly, y'all higher self is so gangster, because right at the top of this paper it says, listen, breathe that shit in and breathe that shit out. Meaning, don't hold on to any mistakes that you make. You're human. Be gentle with yourself, okay? Like, it's all right, my number twos. That's what your higher self wants you to know. Listen, everything gonna work itself out. Breathe that shit in and breathe that shit out, you know? And listen, you don't have to add anything. Just you can't mess it up, okay? Because sometimes we want to try to add certain things or subtract certain things, you know, and your higher self just wants you to know you can't mess things up. Just, you know, it's all going to work out. It's all going to work itself out. Just breathe that shit in and breathe that shit out. To breathe is to be at one. Because I really feel like, and there's some breath work, you know, maybe these changes or these things that are happening, it's like, whew, you know, it's a little scary. It's a little, for honestly, I'm feeling it's a little scary. It's a little nerve-wracking because maybe it's new, it's different, but also there's some pain attached to for some of my love muffins. And yourself is just like, listen, breathe that shit in and breathe that shit out. Take it what it is, and I promise you, like, you're gonna come out on top. Don't sweat it, is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right, my love. So we're going to go ahead and get into your oracle as far as what does your higher self want you to know, my pick number twos. Listen, baby. Ooh, I just want to let you know that it's going to get better. It is already better. Your higher self just wants you to know, hang in there. Okay. Hang in there, my number twos. So as far as your oracle, we got, I am at peace. No, I'm peaceful. Okay. And then we got healing chaos. And then we also have new birth, guarded, always vigilant, I always mess this word up, but don't worry guys, I'm going to read it. Okay. And listen, the green is sticking out to me again. So there's going to be a new birth, you know, something that's a new birth, especially in the heart area. Like we got a pinch of green here. We got green here. We got green here. So I feel like you're really going through some changes that are probably like really hitting you towards the heart area. So, these changes, my loves, that are happening to you, my pick number twos, are very intense, okay? And I feel like whatever changes that are happening, it's going to heal whatever dysfunction was in your root chakra, be it in relationships, in career. Also, it's bringing peace to you. Even though it might not seem like it, but it's really going to bring peace to you. It's really going to give you this new start. Kind of just like I gave in that example of the butterfly, okay? You know, this change is very different. And, you know, it can be splitting away from your comfort zone and like your job and your career or relationship. But what's to come in is really going to be well worth it, is what your higher self wants you to know. It's going to create all of the elements that you desire. Okay. And we have I am peaceful right here. And I want to just go ahead and read this to you. So it says, ooh, and this card represents the number 3. So what is currently going on, your higher self wants you to know that you're currently creating peace within your life. You're currently creating, calling into creation the things that are truly a reflection of you. You're calling into this new birth, okay? So it says, I am peaceful. From the moment we enter this world and begin our passage through time, the sands in the hourglass of the soul begins to move. Time is the illusion of each moment moving past. The speed of life shifts with the pace of our awareness, okay? With each moment, the sand of the soul descends from its cosmic pattern, which is our individual part, and history manifests through creation. So listen, what your higher self wants you to know is what's taking place right now. My pick number 2s. This change, this transformation, this healing the chaos, breathing in that shit and letting that shit go, not holding on to, relationships or just the way that you thought life would be or how it would feel or how it needs to go. It's really going to allow this newness to happen and remove whatever needs to be removed out of your life. Because there's just something this with time. Maybe you've been in a relationship, maybe you've been in a job, maybe you've thought a certain way and it's always been your way of thinking, it's always been your way of being. But the choice that yourself is asking you to ask, is this what's really best for you? Is this what's really good for you? Is it cultivating peace? So allow it to fall away. Allow the chips to fall where they may, but you have to really honor yourself and ask yourself these questions, okay? So that's what your higher self wants you to, really wants you to know with this I am peaceful, because what's unfolding is really bringing you peace into your life, okay? It is essential to remember the ideal of peace and the ease is not always found when we receive what we are hoping for in materials or an experience. Attachment creates suffering, and it is the attachment to a given result that takes us out of relationship to the harmony of creation. If every wish was granted, then where would our demons go? What are dreams but projections of hope and reflection of the heart, imprinted in the astral realm of infinite potential? Peace is ease with the dream of creativity and faith in knowing every why will be answered within the hourglass of time. So I really feel like this is a transformational time. It's really letting go of things, people, relationships, beliefs that don't serve you. Okay. And understanding of the damn, why didn't it work out? Or don't do that. Because listen, if we got everything that we wanted, maybe this relationship, maybe this person, maybe this job, maybe this situation that you thought was ideal for you wasn't really ideal for you. If we manifested everything that we wanted, where would our demons go? Because for every positive thought, we think a negative. You get what I'm saying? So just allow, just Spirit is saying, just know that everything happens for a reason. Is what I'm hearing for you. And right here we have healing chaos, okay? Healing chaos. And as you can see in the midst of this tornado, we see these butterflies. So you can trust in number 2 is that out of this chaos that is happening, will the beauty and light will emerge. So it says the spiraling tornado. Energy is our universal spiral. Water spirals. In the wake of the fish that swims through the stream, air spirals in the wake of a bird in flight. The moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is a spiral. It is the healing principle of life. So basically, whatever is spiraling out of control, it's going to heal you. That's what your higher self wants you to know. Don't worry about it, because whatever you feel like is spiraling out of control, it's going to heal you. It said it is the healing principle of life. It's not an accident that an ancient symbol of healing is for chaos, okay, or two spiraling serpents. It is the sacred spiral. Most people assume that there is nothing good that comes from tornadoes, but every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat from a tornado, birds such as the parakeet, the whimpering will and the woodpecker and the grouser and the woodcock, okay, as well as the forest something, all benefit from the new landscape created by tornadoes. Downed trees provide habitat for black bears and white-tailed deer and create dens for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes curl up the soil in ways that rejuvenate the earth. So listen, I know that it might not feel ideal. It doesn't look pretty. It doesn't feel good. But you got to know that out of this shitstorm, beauty will emerge. Okay? And it says, the sacred landscape wants you to know, when you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos. Something needs to shake. Either chaos is happening or it's going to be happening. But Spirit, your higher self wants you to trust that this is for the better. Okay? So it says, chaos or needs to or the need for chaos and an actor, oh my god, I'm so sorry guys, as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Ultimately, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing. Do the unexpected. Mix life up a bit. And as I'm saying that, guys, my throat chakra wants to close on me. So I feel like, listen, if you went in here and was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on. Maybe I feel like you are the type of person for some of my pick number twos where you go with the flow. And right now, you have to ask yourself, is the flow, your higher self wants you to know that going with the flow, is it peace? Is it peaceful to you? Is it truly what you desire? Okay, because the next card right here, is it truly following and honoring your heart? Because with this new birth, it talks about in every creative process, in every birth, and every opening of a new cycle in life, there is a time of vulnerability. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It is the foil learning to become steady on the legs. Those legs will become remarkable, powerful in time. So I feel like you're edging out on something on your own. You're about to do something that's really going to bring you peace. You're really about to honor your heart, and maybe that's scary. Okay, but you just got to trust and know, my love, that it is the most significant. So if you have also drawn this oracle of defend to the end and the worthwhile. So this oracle is about defending to the end, defending what's worthwhile in your heart and the desires of your heart, and your peace, okay, and your happiness is worthwhile. And Spirit, just your higher self wants you to know. I keep saying Spirit for whatever reason in this reading. I wasn't saying it in the first one. You can go back and look at that. But maybe you're not trusting yourself, and maybe you're trusting Spirit, and Spirit is saying that you need to trust yourself, just how you trust Spirit, or how you trust everything else. It's time for you to trust yourself. Because what I'm seeing is when you do that, this is when this new birth can really take plant. And because I feel like right now, you're going to really have to step into your courage right now, okay, because there's a certain awareness of what's not working and what's working for you, okay, and we have adversity. So I really feel like something is going on, and maybe you've been quiet about it, my love muffin, but I'm seeing that it is time to really use your voice. It is time to really step up. It is time to really, go to bat and defend what's worthwhile to you. Okay. And your peace matters. Your heart's desires matters. It's not about going with the flow of someone else or something else, but really going to the flow of you. Okay. Oh, maybe this quarantine made you realize that there just been some things where you've been playing it safe, or you just been going with the flow, and it's really not a part of you. You know, even on a spiritual level, even when it comes to relationships and yourself, I just see like you're really getting clear about what it is that you want for your life and what it is that you want your life to look like. And I feel like you're being asked to act now and, confront this adversity, because there's awareness. There's something that's like, it's clearly out of place. It clearly doesn't need to be here. um you know yeah, and you're being asked to really step into your Queen of Swords. Because as I'm about to shuffle, I just seen the Queen of Swords. And that's about, listen, cutting away the bullshit. The people perceive the Queen of Swords as being mean, but no, the Queen of Swords is just not going to play with you, okay? And, she's all about just, and she knows what it is, and she will, like, cut that shit off in a heartbeat. And I feel like you're tapping into your inner gangster. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, when it comes to what makes you happy, yeah, there's a rebirth happening right here. There's a death. Again, another butterfly, signifying major transformation for you. My number twos, and this is a major arcana right here. And the sacral chakra, creation, that's creativity, that's our flow, that's all of that, our passion, everything that feels good to us. That's what's going on for you. For some of you, this could be a marriage, this could be a relationship, this could be like whatever you've been on a spiritual belief level, whatever you just been going with the flow about, and it's really not what it is that you want. Spirit is saying it's time. It's time, because I feel like you're releasing something. Yeah, you're releasing something, so you can move forward with this Chariot here. And again, the orange is sticking out to me. So I want to read the death card here, because there's an ending happening. For some of you, I feel like this is a relationship or a marriage, but it's, or something that's not working. But I did feel that energy, but yeah, whatever's not working, I feel like you're letting that go. Okay. And it says release. Time to let go of those things which no longer serve you. This is a death card. It says, this is not about physical death, rather the death of things in your life that need to move on. Think of a natural season on the earth, the natural seasons of the earth. When the flowers have long since bloomed and are starting to become crisp in the fall air, holding on to what is no longer nurturing you is limiting your growth. These relationships, works, travels have come to an end of their cycle. You have learned all that is capable to gather from these situations. It may be challenging to forgo ahead, but it is for your utmost success. See how that card just took out of here? That's what your higher self wants you to do. Take out of here, stand up in your courage, okay? So that's what that's saying. Now let's just go see, what is your personal, what is a personal tip from your higher self concerning your self-care? Let's just see, guys. Let's see what that looks like for you guys. My pick number 2 is, what does their higher self want them to know when it comes to pertaining to their self-spirit and their health care? I said healthcare. Why did I say that? Burning bowl ritual. Oh, I love these. Are good for releases. Okay, you get a pen and you release. You write the things that no longer serve you down. Okay, and then you burn it. Okay, I feel like someone's stepping into spirituality here, and maybe that's against something or whatever you thought or perceived. But I feel like the burning bowl ritual. Let's read that, guys. I surrender to the fire of the transformation and allow light to guide the way. Fire is a powerful tool for transmuting negative energy, letting go of old patterns and stories, and sending prayers out to the universe. Connect with the fire element to release whatever is no longer serving you and to manifest your desires. To prepare for your ritual, ask yourself these questions and write down the answer to the individual pieces of paper, on individual pieces of paper. So put all of these questions on different papers, and I'm going to give you guys, because I feel like this is something that you need to do. Okay, so it says, number 1 question to write on the piece of paper: what old stories about you, people in your life, or the world do you want to let go of? That's number 1. Number 2, write it on another piece of paper. What experiences have you lived through and conquered that require acknowledgement? Boom. On the next number, on the number 3, on the third piece of paper, what thought patterns, beliefs, and experiences or people do you want to let go of? Okay. And number 4, what do you want to manifest? Next, prepare a safe fire. Burn your pieces of paper and send your wishes off into the universe for manifestation. You can use a campfire, a barbecue, or a small bowl placed in your sink to keep it extra safe. As you watch the paper burn, imagine your wishes as if they have already happened. Imagine yourself free of worry. Imagine yourself liberated from what's been holding you back. Say to yourself, and so it is, so it must be. Journal prompt. How do you feel after completing the fire burning ritual? Is there anything more you like to release? So that is something that I feel like you guys should really do. My pick number 2s. And I feel like, listen, when you stand in your truth, when you stand in your courage, baby, you don't have anything to worry about. And remember your channeled message. To breathe is to be at one. You're not going to mess things up. Be gentle with yourself. All will work itself out. Okay. So that concludes your message. My pick number 2s. It was such an honor to read for you. If it didn't resonate, definitely try another one. If it doesn't, it's totally fine. Okay. There's so many beautiful souls doing this. I love you. You got this. Stand in your truth. You can overcome anything. You a bad bitch, no muzzle, or you are a handsome, individual, and you know how to stand in your power. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and go to pick number 3. And hello, my number 3s. To all of my beautiful love muffins that picked the mirror, here is what your higher self wants you to know. Here's a message from your higher self. So before we actually get into your oracle cards and the tarot cards that we're going to pull together, I have an intuitive channeled message that I got for my pick number 3s. Okay. And one of the things is I got a number sequence for you, and that number is 333. Okay. And for you picking the mirror, the chakra that your higher self really wants you to pay attention to, my pick number 3s, is your not your sacral chakra, but your solar plex. Okay. And it says empowering solar plex. This is our confidence. This is how we walk into business deals, relationships, walk into rooms, and freaking own it. Okay. This is our personal power, our self-esteem, our self-worth. All, value comes from our solar plex. Okay. That's, and one of the ways that you can really work with your solar plex is like exercising, eating, fruits and vegetables in the yellow family. You can do yoga to your solar plex, and your yoga to your solar plex, and also practicing any kind of self-love ritual will really help this chakra. But I feel like this is what is going down right here. Okay. And your channeled message, my pick number 3s, what your higher self wants to say to you right now is, no matter what distractions or situations come your way, stay on the path of your heart. Trust that it is all in alignment with you. Okay? So when I, channeled that, I was a little, okay. I was kind of a little confused, not going to lie here. But let's go ahead and get into your oracle, and it's all going to make sense. We have, I consume only my fair share. And then we have delight. And then we have visions of life beyond death. So even when I seen these cards, I was still a little, I thought maybe that I was going to have to really go dive deep into this group. But no, I'm not. It's because with the trust that it is all in alignment with you, the solar plex right here. Okay. What's coming across is that right now, your higher self wants you to know that it is very important that you stand in your power. Stand in your personal power. Know that you are worthy, because I feel like if it hasn't already started to show up, my number threes, there are going to be some mystical, magical, beautiful shit that is about to happen into your life, and is really going to bring you a lot of delight. Okay, but I feel like in order to really grab these opportunities, to really step up to the plate, to really engage in these conversations and in these relationships, is really going to take you to know yourself and really stand in your personal power. And I consume only my fair share. There's just this lack of confidence. There's this imbalance when it comes to, who you are, what it is that you desire. You probably question yourself. You really don't trust the path. And I feel like maybe you let outside situations or things distract you instead of really zoning in on you and, staying in alignment with what it is that you want. When it comes to a business, maybe you let other people's opinions or outside things sway what it is you do, how you go about it. In a relationship, maybe you wanted this, but maybe you question yourself, and your higher self just wants you to know you don't have to do that. Have the power to step forth and go. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. But before we go forth, if it looks a little dark, guys, I am on daylight's timing. I broke my ring light, so I'm waiting for a new one to come. But and this card represents a number 10. So I feel like to truly get the desires of your heart and to really be present in these new opportunities, and for some of you, it can come in the form of a career, a creative project, a relationship, deepening a connection, but it's really going to step you to know who you are, and like you gotta walk it like you know it. Okay, like I feel like your higher self wants you to know that, like, listen, you've played small for too long, or you've dumbed yourself down or watered yourself down, to play small. And I'm seeing like, no, that needs to end. It's time for that to end right now. I feel like that's what's going through. You're ending that. Maybe you beat up on yourself, or maybe you just think you have all these things that you have to do. And no, only thing that you need to do, Love Muffin, is just take a look in that mirror and just know that you're enough. You're enough for this job. You're enough for this relationship. You're enough. You are enough is what your higher self wants you to know. You popping. Maybe you don't know you're popping, but your higher self is really aware of that. And I feel like maybe there's something with I consume only my fair share, and I'm connecting this with the childhood, inner child, like maybe and there was some kind of imbalance in childhood or something, because this orange is sticking out to me, that really made you kind of timid or kind of question yourself. But it says the Egyptian creator. Oh, maybe what I'm seeing is, maybe you stay small, or you play small, or you don't really go after, you don't really open up, you don't really be vulnerable because you're afraid of the outcome. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid that it won't be accepted. And Spirit is saying you don't need to worry about that. Okay. That's what I'm seeing from, Spirit. Listen, growth is consciousness. Okay, it doesn't depend on the will or the intelligence or the possibilities, but on the intensity of the inner urge. So you have to start listening to yourself. You can't listen to outside situations and how it worked out for somebody else, because it's going to be completely different, my Love Muffin, for you. Like most of these groups, and you can go back and look at them, it was like I had to see a lot. But the only thing that your higher self wants you to know that stops you, or that you're integrating this truth and you need to see it for what it is that you need to trust yourself. You need to look in that mirror and know that you're worthy, and know that you got it, and know that you own it, because you're the universe is bringing you a lot of delight. So it says the sparrow in spring grass. The sparrow gains its powers from its numbers, its clusters. Okay, sparrows eat, and forego, and predators are distracted. And so maybe you've kind of dimmed in, just to play safe, because that's just the way that it's been. But I feel like it's time for you not. You're seeing in something. Somebody has their eye on you. There's an opportunity. It could be in love, career, but there's major opportunity here, and it's for the better, and it's going to bring you so much delight. But I feel like there's just this she's probably going to be scared of it if it hasn't taken place yet, because you not really knowing your personal power. So it says, and you're by yourself, you know? So it says, within their community, sparrows are always busy living life fully. Many cultures align with the meaning of the sparrow with joy, and in the Middle Ages, the sparrow was thought to reveal suffering, help one triumph over hardships, and bring joy. So the sacred landscape wants you to know delight is expanding in your life. Clap your hands with glee. Spend time with others. Go to the community gathering. Yeah, maybe you don't want to get out there because you're just, yeah, like maybe, getting out and about even before what we going through in quarantine, but just putting yourself out there energetically. You get what I'm saying? Everything happens on a spiritual place first. And I feel like maybe you've been nervous to really do that. But it says, go to the community gathering, host a party when we can. The joy you experience will give birth to immeasurable creativity, and your life will bloom. Share your happiness, okay, with others, and it will grow by leaps and bounds. This isn't the time to be serious or buckle down and get to work. This is a time to be spontaneous, okay? Do not make hard and fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents and make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises, and you might not be able to keep, because I feel like you have to honor your path and you have to honor your truth. And maybe, really giving somebody something, doing something for somebody, it's going to take away from you. Because I feel like right now, and not to say that this relationship or this opportunity will not come back around, and that's how what's for you will never miss you. But I feel like right now it's for you to really stand in your personal power, because if the desire of your heart or the thing that you want, be it in love, money, career, spirituality, it don't matter, if it came to you right now in this moment, your higher self wants you to prepare yourself for this, and really self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance is coming up, because you wouldn't be able to receive it. You would question it. You would question it until there's nothing left to question. That's what I just got. Okay. So it says, do not make hard or fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents or make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises, or you might not be able to keep them. Give yourself permission to have fun, lots of fun, especially in community with others. So you know what? Listen, there was another pile, and I believe it's pile 1. You might want to take a look at that pile 3. And, just go with the flow. Sometimes we put too much strain on and putting titles and placing like this is forever in a relationship, when just going there having fun and allow what to happen happens. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, you have to honor you right now. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. This is a time for you to honor you, okay? And we have vision of life beyond death. Because I feel like, maybe you have had some hardships, and it's time for you to really step in your personal power and just really go for what it is that you want. That is honestly what I'm seeing for you guys. And to support this, we have magic. Okay, we have communication, yes, and we have earths. And I feel like getting grounded in your skin, communication. Yourself really wants you to converse, open up, allow the magic to happen. And the magic can't unfold because you won't even, talk to the magic is what I'm seeing. So Spirit is saying, open up, okay, allow the magic. Yeah, because I feel like you're on a personal journey. You're on a journey of self-discovery and really defining, what makes you happy and what's worthwhile to you. So let's go ahead and get your tarot camera. 8 of Pentacles. Yes, working. You're working on yourself. You're working towards something. This is what I'm seeing right here, right now. The 8 of Pentacles. I just said that. Ooh, which is ultimately bringing you the King of Pentacles. So listen, whatever it is that you want, put this work into yourself. Have fun. For some of you, this is a career. You're going to get grounded, okay? Earth, coin, pentacle, money, whatever in relationship, it's going to be worthwhile, okay? Listen, listen, just do it, okay? Love yourself, know your worth, be about you right now, okay? Because I feel like you're grounding things. By you working on yourself is calling this Knight of Pentacle to you. And I feel like with this pentacle, I just see like value more so in yourself, but also with the Knight of Pentacles. It's very worthy, but it's a slow pentacle. So listen, take things slow. Really figure out what it is that you want. Don't rush. Have fun. It's what your higher self wants you to know. You deserve this downtime. You deserve this playtime. Is what your higher self wants you to know, my loves. So let's just see, what does your higher self want you to know when it comes to your personal journey, okay? Your personal self-love journey. What does your higher self want you to know or pay attention to? I'm going to take this. Clear your energy field. Yes. Okay. Cleanse your energy field of whatever is making, question who you are, question your worth. Okay. Because I feel like with this 8 of Pentacles, you're working on yourself. Okay. You're working on something. So let's just read this really quick. It says, working right along, you are handling business. Good work. And just maybe, be easy on yourself. Okay, you got this. You're doing it. Just stay on this path. That's all it is. Just stay on this path. It says, the great thing about this card is that it is less observed than others in the Pentacle suit. You are hard on the grind, but happy as a calm. So that's why I feel you just need to step into your personal power. What is it that makes this project so effortless? Remember your current structure for time when workloads increase. So I feel like this is a time for you to really go on this personal journey, really work on something that you're passionate about, really work on yourself, work on your self-esteem so you can really receive these delights and these gifts that the universe is bringing towards you. Because it says right here, it's going to take power to create what it is that you want. Okay, because it says the sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed by the ability to truly see. Yes, to see what is real rather than what appears to be. Trust this insight. Okay, what once was considered consensual may soon be found to hold little I always mess his word up, but value after all. What was once dismissed as irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. So I feel like, listen, this is why Spirit is saying don't make any sound. Because maybe what you feel is not a value is a value. And maybe what you feel of value, later on, you're going to realize that it's not a value because you're still defining that within yourself and figuring out what matters to you and where your life is going. Okay. So I feel like there's the depth of you not believing in yourself and not honoring yourself and not listening to yourself. Clear your energy field of, what's not working. Okay. And people is what I'm seeing too. So it says, in the same way we need to clean our homes, we need to clean our energy fields. Through energy clearing, we can remove blocks, leaks, and entities or spirits that have attached to us. And I feel like there's just this spirit of doubt on yourself and just questioning who you are and why you're here and if you can. And I feel like with, some sage and energy clearing, you can do that. Speaking over yourself, working with your solar plex is going to remove that so you can really step forth and create and do what it is that you want to do. My pick number 3s. Okay, so that was beautiful. That was easy peasy. It doesn't have to be hard. And just trust yourself. And I love you guys so much. And it was such an honor to read this. Read for you. If it didn't make sense or quite resonate, you might want to try another number. I did say number 1, but also listen to your intuitions. And if none of them apply, I love you guys. It was meant for somebody else. And I will catch you on my channel. Take care. All right, my pick number 4 is all of my beautiful love muffins that picked the Law of Attraction Planner. Okay, so guys, if it's a little dark, forgive me. Okay, like I told you, I broke my ring light. I'm waiting until a new one comes, and I am borrowed time with the daylight. So my pick number 4 is how we're going to do this is I'm going to read to you your channeled message that I got on an intuitive level. Then we're going to go through your oracle cards, and then I'm going to bring out some additional cards, and then we're going to pull some cards together. So the first thing though, if you chose this pile, what your higher self wants you to know is that you are on the brink, okay, my love muffin, in the now or even in the becoming, okay, creating a life that you desire, a life that you want, be it in love, career, on a spiritual level. Honestly, guys, I feel like you're manifesting your dreams, okay? You're manifesting your dreams, what your higher self wants you to know. And coupled with that, we have the your third chakra, okay, your third eye, insightful third eye. This is your third eye chakra, and I really feel like there's a great awakening happening into your intuition. So your message, my love muffins, from your higher self to you was, now is a time to trust the path that is least traveled. Faith the size of a mustard seed is all that is needed. The divine is with you. So my number 4 is, your higher self wants you to know that you are literally on the brink of manifesting something that is truly dear to you. Stick to the course, stick to the path, okay? Yes, this is the road less traveled. Yeah, maybe someone can't, have the dream life or the love that they desire. They feel like it's fairy tale, but you don't, okay? You can. And I feel like you're manifesting that. And continue to listen to your intuition. I know that it might sound crazy, to whatever it is that you're manifesting, that it might sound crazy to the average person if you tell them, is that maybe to the average person, whatever your intuition is telling you, okay, whatever tea your intuition is spilling to you, letting you know that it's very much real, that it's happening for you, for the average person, they wouldn't be able to believe this. They wouldn't be able to perceive this. But you, my love, are being guided to trust the path that is least traveled, meaning not everyone is going this way. Not everybody understands this. So listen to your intuition. And, you can't talk about, here we go. People don't mean to, if you desire an outcome when it comes to love, you desire something when it comes to career, and though we want to share that with our family and people that we genuinely love, one of the things that I've learned, guys, with manifesting is that you can't bring everybody in, not even your sister, not even your best friend. You just have to keep it to yourself until it's done, because somebody might put their doubt, somebody might put their fear, because, they've always wanted to do it, but they're scared. So now you have that energy all in the mix, what you got going on. So I just feel the need to just trust your path. And yes, it's lonely. And yes, it can be a little scary sometimes. It's the path that you're choosing. But listen, faith the size of a mustard seed is all that's needed. The divine is with you. That is what your higher self wants you to know. And you're manifesting your heart's desires. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is giving you clues. Your intuition is giving you steps. You can trust yourself. Trust your path. I feel like, I don't know if I said this already, but I feel like with my number 3s and my number 4, here's a hint. All of these were very phenomenal readings. I'm just seeing, and you can see we can pull that together, y'all. You get what I'm saying? But number 3 and number 2, number 3 and number 4 were like the least resistant. It was literally like one thing that your higher self just wants you to wants you to just tweak a little bit. And I feel like for you, it's trusting your inner guidance system, really trusting the path that you're being walked, even though it looks different from what others may walk. Okay, so let's get into your oracle. My pick number 4 is we have, I follow my inner guidance. Okay, we have focus. And you guys were the only ones that had 2 cards. And it talks about, she feels, she knows. Again, trusting what? Your intuition. And then we have big and bold vision here. I'm so sorry if the reflection is bouncing back, my loves, from the window. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. Your higher self wants you to know that it is time to really trust your inner guidance. The next stage and the next phase that you are coming into manifesting something that you're passionate about, something that you desire, something beyond your wildest dreams, being a relationship, career. I'm almost feeling like famous too, guys. And I know that's weird, but that's what I'm feeling, or known in something, some craft, some situation. The next step for you is to really trust your third eye. Trust the inner guidance, okay? And stay focused on what it is that you, okay? Stay focused on what it is. Stay focused on the vision, okay? Because we have a big, bold vision here. She feels, she knows. Again, tapping into that intuition is what your higher self. Listen, I feel like my pick number 4 is, I never like to, I don't say things like this, but I feel like the next step, it's all going to be on an intuitive level from here out. And this is why it's important for you to trust your own inner guidance system, okay? But I want to read that to you, guys, a little bit from here. I follow my own inner guidance system. All right, let me find it, guys. I'm so sorry. I did not have it ready. I wasn't planning to, but I feel guided to, and maybe that's something that you're going to run into. Certain things you're not planning to. You're just going to have to trust yourself and just go with the flow. Is what I'm seeing. Okay. And take your time. Is what I'm hearing from Spirit too. Don't rush. So I definitely see why Spirit wants you to take your time. My pick number 4 is because as I was looking for, I follow my inner guidance system. I was looking for a T. And I feel like it's very important for you to focus on your vision, focus on, focus on what it is you're focusing on. Don't get sidetracked. Because I feel like we can easily get sidetracked by outside circumstances or outside opinions. But I feel like right now, listen to your intuition and focus on what you got going on. So it's kind of like one of those situations where I don't want to reference the Bible, but like a thousand, like 2,000 may fall, but I will remain strong. Listen, you're created to walk this path. You're created to do this. So it might not work out for somebody else, but Spirit is saying, your higher self is saying it's going to work out for you. So you just need to follow your own inner guidance system and stay focused on what it is. Trust your intuition right here. Stay hold to the vision. Focus on the vision, the big, bold vision for your life. So it says, I follow my inner guidance. The 6 internal faculties of the mind are believed to be reason, memory, perception, will, imagination, and intuition. The mind's faculties are the metaphorical chess pieces which assist in strategizing and navigating over the chessboard of wakening life. Through reason, we are able to logically plan and strategize. Look at a rook. We can move backward or forward, left or right, but have the notion to think ahead with logic instead of solely operating on instinct. Memory empowers a remembering encoded within the DNA of our reasoning, a faculty which dances like the bishop, okay? Fully aware and grounded in the notion of contrast. Perception, like a knight, may jump over memory and reason depending on circumstances. Okay, disagreeing contrast and fluid by a strength and fueled. Oh my God, fueled by a strength and fueled by a strength and convincing. Okay, imagination is king. The creative potential which allows us to build our castle in the sky through the power of the mind's eye. With the adaptable of insight, we allow will to be the pawn which captures the reality we wish to claim. Finally, the queen of our king of imagination is our power of intuition as the universal language of feeling and emotions and insight. Foresight or foreseeing might bring strategy. Intuition is oh my God, guys, I apologize. Okay, honey. It says intuition in conjunction with all other working parts of the conscious mind brings total awareness, and through cultivating of awareness In the ideal of inner guidance, we are led to a deepening of awareness of self and the self strategy relationships with the totality of it all. So listen, you know what's best for you. You know what it is that you need to do. And I just feel like your self is just saying, listen, you can trust your intuition. It comes from the divine. It is who you are. Because even with, it says in your channeled message, the divine is with you. So I feel like there's, there's nothing wrong. I feel like you are just not okay with trusting your own inner guidance. And the divine says, and your higher self saying, is that the divine and you are not separate. Okay? So that's what I'm just seeing. As far as right here with focus, we have what you focus on is what you pull to. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your intent on one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. See, yes. Listen, I would never forget when I first got into doing affirmations, and my mentor gave me 2 affirmations to do. And it was 2 affirmations on 2 topics. And I felt like I needed to add more affirmations because it wasn't going right. But listen, sometimes when you're doing multiple things, your energy's scattered and everything's not getting the time. Versus if you get one craft, if you get focused on one thing, give it your all, that's when it'll happen. And I feel like maybe you need to trust your inner guidance system when it comes to this thing that you're being asked to focus on, and just give it your all. Is what I'm seeing from spirit. It says the key is to be willing and ready to simply and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has on you. Wow, I wasn't even supposed to be reading from that, because that's a part of forgiveness, not what we're doing. So see, this is why it's important for you to focus on what it is that you need to focus on, and not place place your energy other places, because you can mess up. And I feel like that's what your intuition, your higher self wants you to know. You can trust your intuition. It's just that you're doing too much, and just instead of focusing on one thing, is what I'm hearing. One thing at a time right here. So it says, direct your intent to one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrating on one path. Gather your inner resources, and with intensity and passion, go forward and upward, and you'll see results. This is also a part of spiritual transcending and traveling to higher realms. So stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to the heavenly realms. Listen, someone needs to know that that person, like your higher self said, stop questioning yourself. You know what it is, and you know what time it is. And because of that, focusing on your spiritual business, following your own inner guidance, having faith is literally going to, lead you to all of the things. I feel like air is also swords. You get stuck in your mind and with trusting yourself. But listen, we have right here faith, air, hope, and love. These are, words that I feel like your higher self really want you to, focus on, even when you don't know exactly how it's going to pan out or what to do. Have faith, have hope, and know that love will prevail. As long as you are being true to yourself, honoring yourself, you don't have to second guess, like, okay, is this right? Is this wrong? As long as you are listening to your internal guidance system, you are flowing in the space of unconditional love, which is the highest tangible energy that we can reach right here, right now on planet Earth. You get what I'm saying? This is why in the face of love, miracles take place. Of all these, what is the strongest? Faith and love. It's love. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see your oracle and just see, not your oracle, but your what your higher self wants you to know through tarot. Let's just go ahead and pull your tarot card. and just see, but I'm just hearing very clearly. It's just, you just got to trust yourself. You got to trust your intuition. You got to trust and know that you know what you know. From the deck, we got the 9 of Swords, overthinking. Again, swords, air. I just see that as, you know, maybe, you know, you have Gemini in your chart. It's something with Gemini, but also I just feel like air and swords. I just connect to that. Overthinking in your mind, questioning things. Yes. Questioning things. And this, I feel like this is what stops you time after time from reaching a certain level of success or reaching where it is that you desire to go, is because this is a pattern of you not trusting your own inner guidance system, listening to yourself when it tells you someone's good, when someone's bad, when it tells you the situation is to go and someone's situation is not to go. You're not judging. Okay, but you can see clearly. You need to trust this. And this is what's going to help you stand in your Queen of Wands. You're a natural born leader. Okay, you're a natural born leader. And, you know, the Queen of Wands, I love the Queen of Wands because the Queen of Wands is, to me, is almost like the Justice, because she's light and she's also dark, because this cat usually on any traditional tarot deck is black. And that's like your shadow side, and also the sunflower, your light. So listen, you're going to judge and you're going to make things, you can trust yourself because you're right within your heart. You're pure hearted. You can trust yourself. You can trust what the divine is showing you and telling you. Okay. Because listen, you know what you feel. And now we're just going to see on a personal level with self-love, what is your higher self wants you to know when it comes to personal care. Sweet treats. Treat yourself and rest. Okay. Everything, it needs balance. You know, sweet treat and rest. Treat yourself. Treat yourself to a sweet treat. You know, also, you know, do something that you like. You know, you've earned that. Okay. Do something that you like. Do something that's fulfilling to you, and make sure that you're resting is what your higher self wants you to know. And also, I feel like connecting with music for some of you guys. Listen, trust yourself. There is a need for you to trust yourself. Okay. And we have, she feels, she knows. I want to see what that's about. I felt guided to look at that one. It says, an illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obstruct into clarity. Again, third eye. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but more of a softer, gentle nudge. You just know. You just know. Okay? So you just need to trust what you feel, because you know what it is that you're talking about. And this is what your higher self wants you to know, because this is how you're going to manifest and call forth what it is that you want, and know when to act and know when not to act. Okay. So my love muffins, I hope that this message brought you clarity. If it didn't resonate, you can definitely try another pal, but it was such an honor to read for the beautiful soul who resonated with resonated with this, or even if you didn't, guys. I love you guys so freaking much, and it is such an honor to read for you guys, and I will catch you on my channel. Take care.
Follow, she blazing.